Well, hello there to my Taurians. This is Queen Amunra coming to you with your general reading, Taurus. Let's get into it. All right, Taurus. Happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Taurus. Let's see what is going on with the goings-ons. All right, let's see what's going on. All right, so Taurus, this reading is going to take us into the 23rd of November, right? You get a lot of information coming to you. A lot of information coming to you. You're like, something smells fishy. Something going on behind my back. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of people. My back, I know my back is strong, but it's, ooh. I feel like I'm carrying a lot of people. I mean, my name ain't Seabiscuit. I feel like I'm carrying a lot. I feel like I'm working extra hard. I'm looking at this horse here, right? Right? You know, I feel like I'm carrying a lot of people on my back here. I feel like I need to lighten my load. You know, I feel like I need to talk to a couple of people, right? About, okay, let's start from the beginning. Let's start from the beginning, because you know you're a hardworking person, right? But you also need to know who's pulling their weight. So somebody, whoever you are, because I'm seeing you being a leader here. This is the Three of Pentacles here. Somebody may have thought that you were looking down on them. Really, looks like somebody is a leader. Somebody could be a really compassionate leader. But I feel like your back was against the wall, right? And so instead of you tapping out, you started tapping in, right, through prayer. Somebody really is a prayer warrior. Somebody really, really is a prayer warrior. Somebody comes from a family of prayer warriors, right? It's not all just, grandstanding and being on stage. It's not a show. Somebody answered the call on their life. Something is not a show for you. And I know that because this right here is Venus, right? You and Libra are ruled by Libra. You and Libra are ruled by Libra, child. You and Libra are ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. And so see, when you answer the call in your life, here's star card here, right here. You could be one way on stage, right? But as soon as you come off stage, something could be overwhelming. Like you could be a person that people, y'all know when you deal with I don't like to necessarily use the word celebrities, because that's just my personal preference. I've met so many famous people just in my life. I've met a lot of famous people. But I don't post all that stuff on social media because I just try to respect people's boundaries. And a lot of people are not the same way on stage that they are like publicly, that they are like maybe, once they come off stage in public. They just need their time. They need to process. They need to process their emotions. They need to process, whatever assignment they were assigned to do something publicly. They need time to process what just happened. Lights, camera, action, right? This right here. You don't know who's in the audience, right? You were assigned something, right? And so people don't know what to believe. People don't know what to believe. Like if you're a person who's overwhelmed by all of that, like people don't know what to believe. They don't know, how you're able to switch something off. Like how you're able to switch. This is one person. This is one whole person. This is Gemini's card, right? And so Mercury, when Mercury is retrograde, I try to encourage people to really learn during Mercury retrograde, because Mercury is the communication planet. It's the messenger. It's called the messenger planet. I'm doing air quotes here. It's called the messenger planet. But a lot of people think that they know people by what they see, a public persona, right? But behind closed, they don't really know people. They don't really know people. They think, like people think a star is, oh, that person's a star. They famous. That's not the same. Star is 11th house. Aquarius rules 11th house. People think They know this person, they know that person, and don't know anything about somebody, right? But stars recognize stars. You know when a person is a star. You know when a person is a star. It's just something, a level of like compassion that you have towards people. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna disrupt that. I'm gonna protect that person's energy. I would not. The first thing that comes to your mind is, I'm not going to. I know how I would feel, right? What's coming to mind for me is several things. I remember when this movie came out, this really big movie. I'm not even gonna name the name of the movie, right? And I saw the main actor of this movie getting ready to go into a coffee house. Won't even name the name of the coffee house. They're about to go into this coffee house. And I was like, oh, there's so-and-so. Part of me wanted to run and ask them for their autograph. But then I was like, nope. Just nope, right? That was like the part of me, because the movie had just come out. And I was like, oh, man. And I said, nope. But I didn't see any security around them. They're just walking down the street. But then I can't remember how many times I've seen that. Like, so many times I've seen people who are famous just kind of walking by themselves. Out and about, walking by themselves. They didn't have a whole entourage around them of people. So somebody decided to go back to... the beginning of something generationally, right? Because something was overwhelming. I'm speaking about parallel universes here. I'm speaking of parallel universes. So let's get into your reading. Let's get right into your reading. A new partnership, job / love is near. Some kind of a partnership or love situation is near. Love is not always erotic love. Sometimes love, it can be like a platonic love. Like, I really love this person. I love their personality. I love their drive. I like their motivation. I just really love their spirit. Like, it could be that kind of love, right? They're funny. They're compassionate. They don't overstep boundaries. Something about somebody's energy is like they're a hardworking person. I just love their spirit. This right here, this Ace of Cups right here. Like, I love their spirit. Remember, water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it. So a person could be one way in one environment and a different way in a different environment, but it's who they've always been. Like, if they're in the wrong environment, they could just seem like, okay, they just in the wrong environment. It could just be in the wrong environment. That's what it is. It's just in the wrong environment. But it doesn't change their star, right? So, yeah. So some kind of a new partnership in business and or in love is coming across. But somebody had to go back to like starting from the ground, right? So we're saying 3 of Pentacles here and also 3 of Pentacles here. Somebody has always been team you. Somebody has always been team you, meaning that you are a whole person, they are a whole person, right? So a partnership, meaning that you get to see the duality of yourself, right? In them. Like, you see how you come alive on stage for you, and how behind the scenes coming out on, like being out in public is overwhelming for you, and then same thing for them. Y'all are like same. It literally is like watching yourself. Like, somebody may say this person is really a hermit. You don't really see them out and about. It's kind of overwhelming. Like, that's not who they are. And so they got copycats, right? People don't know what to believe about them, right? But on stage, they're different. They're different energy, right? On stage, right? Like, all their energy is on stage. So this week brings you all, Taurus, into a period of grounded transformation, emotional softening, and renewed clarity. The cards show that you're stepping out of stagnation, reconnecting to your body, wisdom, and stabilizing long-term goals. This is a powerful time to align your physical world with your desires. And so slow, steady, intentional progress leads to major breakthroughs for you, Taurus, okay? So we're going to dive into your reading. We're going to just dive in like we're in a Nestea commercial. Like we're in a Nestea commercial. I'm sending everybody lots of love and light wherever you are. Hopefully it's not freezing cold or cold like it is where I am. Right. So if it is, hopefully everybody's staying warm and cozy wherever you are. So here we go. Empress card. You enter the week's abundant, nurturing, and receptive. So creativity and self-love are heightened. An affirmation for you all is I honor my body, my beauty, and my divine creative power. Okay? Right? So like I said before, everything is attracted to Taurus. Everything, Taurus, everything. Love, hate, you name it. Everything is attracted to Taurus. Y'all got to be your own gatekeeper. Y'all got to really, really be your own gatekeeper. One of the things that I'm thinking about right now is one of my favorite Taurian entertainers is Chris Brown, right? He's younger, much younger. Well, I can't say much younger than my generation, but he's younger than my generation. He's definitely not my generation, but just a dynamic entertainer. It's more than a triple threat entertainer. But I just remember all the highs and lows this person was going through. And I was just like, man, I wish they would just gatekeep. You know, I just remember sending out energy to this person and just saying, praying for this energy and other people too who are out in the spotlight. Just sending out good energy to a lot of people, black, white, whomever, which I do in private for a lot of people who don't know, to protect everybody's energy who have answered the call on their lives. Because what people don't realize is it actually helps the whole planet when you answer the call in your life. Right? And somebody had a first impression of you that you look down on people, whoever you are. Somebody had a first impression that you look down on people, that you think you're better than, whoever you are. When actually you attract everything. And I feel like somebody was trying to learn how to gatekeep. Right? I mean, like really, really learn how, which a lot of people are really trying to learn how to gatekeep. And so you had to start from the ground up. Somebody had, because you were carrying a lot of people on your back, like for real. Like a lot of people were jumping on your back, like when kids be trying to jump on each other's backs, like when they're outside playing and, and jumping on each other's backs. You're carrying a lot of people, like their bill in your wallet. Just you, and while you're trying to be conservative with your money, like you trying to save money, trying to be conservative. But I feel like somebody is now learning that, hey, listen, I'm gonna lead you to water, but I can't dunk your head in. This is not a apple bobbing or a head dunking contest. I'm gonna lead you to the water. I'm gonna teach you how to budget your money, but I'm not paying your bills anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that for you, right? So that's what I'm saying for somebody is like, you're not paying people's bills anymore. I'm gonna teach you, but that's it. I'm not doing. I can teach you. I can show you, but I'm not gonna, right? So that's what I'm saying here. So here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So your consistency and patience are paying off. So slow but meaningful progress is unfolding. So an affirmation for you is each step I take builds lasting success. Right? So again, your abundance and your prosperity is growing, but you're going to really see it this time because you're really teaching people around you that, hey, I can show you. You're going to start asking people, and it's going to be this clear. You're going to start asking people, let me see your bank statements. At first, people are going to say, what? They're going to get offended at first because I'm seeing a lot of green, right? This is greenery, right? Like greenery. First, it's going to be overwhelming. They're going to think you're looking down on them. Like this picture right here, Taurus. They're going to think you're looking down on them, but you're not. You're really not. You're going to say, no, but listen, let me see it. They're going to think that you've been secretly being an enemy to them, right? They're going to get upset. You're going to see people be tyrannical. They're going to think that you're being egotistical because I'm adding numbers up here on these cards here, right? You're going to see some of the people who wanted to link up with you first. They're going to not want to link up with you anymore. As I'm reading the cards, I'm also adding up and subtracting numbers as I'm reading your cards as well, too. Reading them reverse and upright, right? But you're just trying to be conservative with your money. But it's also going to expose a whole lot about them because it's also going to say they've been secretly doing stuff behind your back. It's like they've been like secret squirrels behind your back. Like, okay, they've been trying to put money away for a rainy day behind your back also while taking money from you. It's like, okay, hold on. Make that make sense. The math is not mathing here. How are you expecting for me to pay your bills, but you feel comfortable taking my money? I'm just trying to make this make sense, right? Because somebody really feels comfortable. They feel like you are amongst other stars, so you got it. You got it like that. So they feel like you too busy. That's what this is. See, 3, when I read numbers, I'm reading cards and numbers, right? Somebody feel like you're so busy working, you're not really paying attention. So they holding on to their money and yours. But see, their demons are showing. This is somebody's family whose devils are showing. Y'all remember I don't know if I said this to Taurus reading, but this, and I'm going to say it again. If I didn't say it to Taurus, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to share this with Taurus if I didn't share this with Taurus. This video that was floating or circulating on Instagram with his wife and husband, they would pay for the family. Like when they would go out, they would pay for the family's meals, like when they would go out. So the wife said to the husband, this time get separate checks, right? I probably said this before. Somebody's like, okay, we heard that story again. Could we not hear it again? Let's hear it one more time, okay? Let's just hear it one time for the one time. But the wife said, we're not going to pay for it this time. Let's get separate bills. So the husband was like, well, why? So the wife was like, well, let's just see. This time we're not going to pay for it. And let's just see what happened this time. So the husband was just really disappointed because this time they got separate bills and nobody said bye. Nobody said anything. Like nobody said bye. He was just really disappointed that nobody even acknowledged them when they left the restaurant. Everybody was like really mad that they had to pay for their own bill. So I don't know if the video is still on, Instagram or not, but people work too hard, for their money, for people to be sitting back, and the family, secretly saving up their money so you can keep on paying for their stuff while they just secretly just kind of like, you trying to teach people, you talking to people and you working extra hard, you putting your blood, sweat and tears and stuff, and they saving money up for a rainy day, and the rain is coming off your forehead, like you sweating. And then they got the nerve to be looking down on you saying, you lazy. Like, how make that make sense? Right? So sources say they was never a part of your team, telling everybody that, oh, we're a family, we're a team, but you're the one that's working the hardest. While they sitting back reaping the rewards. Nah. So something is being exposed. Their secret demons are being exposed. Because you're exposing it. You're exposing it. Yeah, you work too hard for that. You're exposing their demons. And this is family, by the way. So somebody in your family is for a rude awakening, because they put you in survival mode. Yeah. So somebody's out here getting fat, like they fattening up their bank account. They're out here taking people out to dinner. They getting, they getting increases and stuff in their job. They fattening up their bank account while yours is going down, down, down. But what they're building up is a justification to look down on you, while they want people to look up to them. But you're about to catch them in something. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. You're about to catch them saying something. You're about to catch them in a lie. Something that they lied about behind your back. This is a family member. They lied about something behind your back. I don't know why. Okay. I don't refer to people as garden tools, right? So I'm not referring to it in the same way that the artist Chris Brown is referring to it in his song, These Hoes Ain't Loyal. Because he's referring to it as that's his words in his song. But somebody has been disloyal to you, and I don't call people that word. Okay. So, I just don't. But somebody has been disloyal to you. So I don't know what word you would use to call somebody disloyal, but somebody has been disloyal to you in terms of growing their money behind your back, Taurus. It could be a man or woman, but somebody has been disloyal to you in terms of growing their money. And while you, like, your money is going down, 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 because they feel like you talk down to them. So that's their justification, right? That's no justification for doing stuff behind people's backs. They don't necessarily see it as balanced out, right? So it could be a man or woman. It could be a man or woman. And you don't have to be a Taurus sun sign or a Taurus moon, just so we're crystal clear. It's somewhere in but they're telling everybody that y'all are on the same team when y'all really, really not on the same team, right? So it's three energies, and they're talking about y'all are all together on in this same team, but you're about to catch somebody in a lie, and it's going to shock them because they put you in survival mode. So people are praying for your strength. So here's the hidden strength. Here's a hidden strength right here. Your resilience, inner gentleness, and compassionate leadership are stronger than you think. An affirmation for you is, my strength is calm, courageous, and unwavering. Somebody is secretly watching this channel or watching other channels. Ace of Cups here. New emotional beginnings, renewed joy, spiritual awakening, creative inspiration. Somebody also has a family member who has been trying to tell you that somebody is secretly doing something behind your back, whoever you are, but you wouldn't listen. Like somebody, whoever you are, Taurus, is and so just so that you're not, like somebody is not like about to come out like a bull in a china closet. The best way for you to do during Mercury retrograde is to pray about it and to get answers the clearest way that you need to know how to get answers. Like whatever nurtures your spirit. So find out what your moon sign is. That's going to be the clearest way for you. Because if you're just going by your sun sign, I'm a Taurus, I need to physically see it. But let's say your moon sign is a water sign. You may get something through an emotion. Somebody may start crying and tell you something. Or it may come out through a song. Remember, you know, like I just named that song through Chris Brown. That song may pop up on the radio. You may be listening to in your car and it come on, right? You may be at work and a song may. You'd be surprised at how messages come through music, right? You're ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. It can come out through a song, right? You're ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, aesthetics. You could literally be in an art museum and a piece of artwork could pop up on the wall and it could have a name to a piece of art that speaks to you, right? Art is subjective. One person could look at it and see one thing. You could look at it and see something different and say, that looks like something else to me. Somebody else could say, it looks like something. And you could be like, oh my God, that's the answer. So again, a new partnership, job / love is near. Love and relationships, alignment, connection, harmony, or a meaningful relationship choice. A soul bond deepens. Affirmation for you is I attract relationships that honor my truth. That honor my truth. But yeah, somebody has been setting up something for a rainy day. Something about August. We had the full moon that we had in August. Is going to be significant to somebody. Somebody we had a sturgeon moon in August. Somebody doesn't live that far from a lake. Like somebody used to, somebody would go and go to a lake somewhere in August and talk to somebody at a lake. They would go somewhere and talk to someone. Yeah, but somebody's gifts is going to put an end to something because somebody's gifts is overwhelming, and the way that the fact that they talk about certain things, and the fact that something was going on behind your back and something smelled fishy to you, you just like something smells really fishy. Like something is not something is. Something that somebody said was overwhelming for you. Like there was a hole in something. Hole in one. Like basically like somebody said they ran into somebody old, an old partner. Like somebody basically like, oh, guess what I ran into? I saw like old, like somebody I used to work with. They don't live that far from here, they don't, I ran into somebody I used to work with and old, Somebody said they hate it. Or somebody that hates you. Your peace is paramount. Step through the portal. Somebody's an incubus. They apologize for hurting you. Follow your heart. Somebody thinks somebody's a square. So it's like 3 people that hang together. Would be like 3 friends. Like they're all a part of a team. For somebody, okay, this is also what I'm picking up on too. Like, sacral chakra cleanse. Somebody thought that you would be working too hard to notice something. Here we have trust your first mind. Somebody's amongst incubi and succubi. Dream even bigger. Get some fresh air. You have a new attitude. Somebody has a very lustful spirit. Somebody definitely sees you as competition. It's almost like it's like 3 friends. It's like 3 friends. But it's really I want to say it's like couples. Something about a Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, but something about a Taurus is the only one that kind of sort of stands out. That's like it's overwhelming for a Taurus to kind of sort of be out. Like you're out of the group. It could be like couples, like couples. But for you, you're the one, it stands out. The one that stands out. It's kind of overwhelming for you to kind of be out. You would rather work. You'd be the one that's like that would rather work. Be indoors and work. It's almost like people can't believe that you have so much energy on stage, whoever you are, but behind closed doors, you would rather just work. You're kind of more of an introvert, not shy, but like more of an introvert, whoever somebody is. All right. So message from your ancestors. And somebody is a kind of a malevolent nocturnal spirit associated with nightmares. That's what I was trying to pick. That's what I was picking up on. Somebody would say stuff like, oh, we're all going to the lake at night. Like we're all going out. You go say, I'm going back in. I'm going to work. I'm going back in. You'd be the only person that's going back in, right? To work. And these couples, you know what? I can't pull these cards out over on the YouTube side because this whole video would get flagged. But he apologizes for betraying you. This whole video would get flagged if I pulled out this other deck over on the YouTube side. Because one, for somebody, I feel like I'm talking to a guy. One of the guys in this group betrayed a friend with their significant other. These are couples. Who was into a whole lot of stuff like astral projections, just doing all kinds of stuff I can't talk about on the YouTube side. But like I said, amongst incubi and succubi, but somebody went to the they took something too far. You know, like somebody crossed over a line. Somebody's like, oh, they working, they would never find out something. But you're finding out, you had your intuition. You knew something smelled fishy, like something did not it's almost like with your person, y'all know each other's scent, you know, with your person. Something had a different air about it. You're with your person. So you have a whole new attitude and you're learning how to trust your first mind. Somebody was like, and you're not looking back. You're not looking back. Somebody put you in survival mode because it was almost like somebody's like, oh, you were angry and couldn't figure out why. You were angry and just couldn't figure out. Like somebody was like, you know, like you were feeling preyed upon. Like somebody couldn't figure out why. Like we just had this beaver moon, right? The beaver moon is beavers build a dam to protect themselves from predators, but also the ecosystem, right? For the ecosystem. So somebody has been building, you know, like protecting their energy, right? But anyway, that's what I have for you all. Let me give you all some gemstones and crystals. I know this is kind of like a really lengthy reading, but here's some recommended candles for you all. Green candle for abundance, growth, and fertility. Pink candle for self-love, softness, and receptive energy. White candle is for clarity and purification. Vanilla or rose scented candles for emotional comfort and heart alignment. The best gemstones for this week is for rose quartz, that's for emotional healing and softening. Green aventurine is for prosperity and confidence. Malachite is for transformation and heart alignment. Clear quartz is for amplification and clarity. So you can place it on your altar, carry daily, or meditate with. And then herbs and earth magic for rose for herbs and earth magic is for healing, heart healing and emotional clarity. Lavender is for calm, peace, and divine protection. Thyme is for courage and inner power. Chamomile is for grounding and stress release. And so you can use in teas, baths, and smoke cleansing, safety. And so that's what I have for you. But yeah, all because somebody thought somebody was working too hard that they would never notice something, but somebody preyed on the fact that somebody was working and somebody used to meet at a lake, you know, at night. And somebody said they was going out to get some fresh air. Yeah. You know how people be like arguing, like looking for a reason to go out because somebody said, oh, somebody talked down to me, and, looking for any reason, right? It's like somebody saw you and they wanted your spot. Whoever you are, you're on stage. Whoever you are, you're on stage. And somebody looked at you, it's like, okay, this person is on stage and I can do what they're doing. So somebody was like studying whoever you are. So you could be an entertainer. You could be whoever you are. But you're in a couple. You're a part of a couple. You have kids or a child or something. Somebody was basically like they could do what you do. But anyway, I see your abundance and your prosperity growing. And yeah, I said somebody's gifts are overwhelming. It's undeniable. Somebody's gifts are overwhelming. It really is undeniable. And somebody took advantage of something. Somebody thought, you would be too busy to notice something. So they feel like, okay, well, while you're so busy working, they would just take advantage of something and just kind of sort of put their money away while you keep on blood, sweat, and tears. They putting something away for a rainy day until you, ta-da, pop up on it. Pop up on them. And yeah, that's what I have for you. All right.